Okay, then, first thing to do, go to this shift lever. We're not working with a big one, we're working with the release lever. Click that as many times as you can. Many times. A couple more times than you think you need to. Because the biggest mistake is not having all of the slack taken out of the cable. Give this a little pull, because what we're doing is we're making sure that all of the slack is taken out of the entire run of cable. Same thing here. We want to make sure that there's no loose cable within the housing up here. Now that's all the way loose. We turn the crank, and I'm realizing right now that I don't have it in the big ring. Okay, so that's in the big ring, and since I brought that all the way down, this is right here as well. So again, while you click this little guy with your other hand, grab this to kind of pull to make sure that it's pulled tight all the way run up to the shifter. Goes around here. This is your barrel adjuster. You'll screw this in all the way. Loosen this. Well, at this point it should be disconnected already. At this point you can see that this is my jockey wheel, my upper pulley wheel. It is lined up exactly with the teeth of the smallest cassette. And in fact mine, as I mentioned, is just a hair to the right, the tiniest bit, like a half a millimeter. So that when I turn, there's not a lot of sound, there's not clicking. If it were not adjusted correctly, I'll give you an example. So if the cable were too tight, it would be trying to jump. Well, that's not doing it either. Let me throw it well out of adjustment. Okay, and you can see I didn't shift, but it has jumped up to the second cog. And I did that just by unscrewing this barrel adjuster really far. Because this is the fine tuning, this adjusts the tension on that cable. So I just screwed it back in. There we go. And now you can hear that it's still too tight because it's trying to jump up to that second gear, or second cog. Even there. So all I'm doing is just fiddling with this barrel adjuster. Once you get that down, what you want to do is go one click. So I just clicked it out of the camera, and you can see it jumps up. Now I'm going to go one click back, and it jumps back. So that's good. Now for the really fine tuning, we go 2 clicks up. Okay, so it didn't do it. It didn't jump to that second cassette. I definitely clicked it twice. Yeah, definitely did. 1, 2. Okay, and it's barely there, so I'm actually going to give this guy another half turn. And this is our indexing, and you do this between the 3rd and the 4th cog. So I'm pedaling, and I give it a shift, and it didn't do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it did do it. It was just really quiet. And back down, and there's a little hesitancy there. And yeah, it jumps up. And I think that might be too far, so I'm just going to go 1/4 turn back in here. Let's see, it's on the 4th, so let's go back down. Yep, it shifts back down somewhat quickly. Oops. And it shifts up, so I'm good. And that's it.